2020. Will history record it as the year of the pandemic, isolation, and uncertainty? Or as resiliency, strength, and togetherness? Sure, things are different, and some worry that it will be worse this Christmas because things are different. I don't believe that. Maybe it's the Choctaw in me. Like our people generations before us believed, just because change has been thrust upon us doesn't mean it will be worse. It just means that it will be different. It's Christmas, so I'm seeking advice from the greatest source of wisdom I know. Differences or not, I plan on enjoying this holiday with loved ones, guaranteeing this Christmas will be a great one. That I do believe. Christmas is all about tradition. It brings out the best in each of us. Faith, family, and culture here at the Choctaw Nation. I know quite a few folks who know a thing or two about all three. So I decided to reach out to my old friend, Chaplain Olin Williams, to talk about the beginning of Christmas in the Choctaw Nation. Brother Olin, I think, though, that sometimes we get divided, even amongst Christians, about different religions.
Sure.
and whether, it was traditional Choctaw or current Choctaw. But I think, again, that we as Choctaw people, our spirit is about basically that we care for each other, we love one another, we're going to take care of each other. Is that what you think is the reason that we should celebrate today?
I think so. I think it makes you realize your value as human being when you make somebody else happy. I think it stirs who you are. And I think this is not just a Choctaw, I think this is everybody. I think that, Choctaws, that's one thing we had and never left, was that we had we came on a trail of tears, but I think that that's what kept us going, was that we sought peace, we wanted Christmas, we wanted a season where if you have a lot of joy, share it with somebody who has less joy. And I think that that's really the Choctaw spirit. And I think that's why I'm proud to be Choctaw, because I see Choctaw Nation, as we progress, we have everybody. I think that's the Choctaw way.
I believe that the Choctaw spirit is giving of oneself and helping others. I was blessed to chat with Mickey and Kristen Lloyd, both of whom constantly displayed the Choctaw spirit, to learn more about their common roots in McAllister and how they traded in their successful photography careers to pursue their dreams. Story, and I know, Mickey, I was joking with you earlier about you grew up in LaFleur, and I grew up in Clayton, and so we came to the big city of McAllister during Christmas. And I know I'm 54 and I'm old-fashioned, but it's to see that that things going online and things like that. I want to feel it. I want to see it. I mean, and it's hard for me to get that emotion when I'm doing online, and you provide that.
Totally different thing when you're online versus coming in the store. So yeah.
The COVID-19 pandemic threatened Mickey and Christian's dream like it did to many small businesses across the Choctaw Nation. Common Roots was in danger of shutting down, but the community of McAllister gathered around their mercantile to support the local business through tea funding. To hear your story of how your donations that you do through the t-shirts, and you've raised almost $50,000, and how they even did that.
Yeah, so when we had to shut down, it was a scary time. And we decided, we had been doing these fundraisers for the community. We thought, well, maybe now's the time we can do that for us. So we designed up some shirts, put them online, and reached out to the community, and they really pulled through and helped us through a tough time. So,
to me, that's when you're impacting people's lives. That's when the communities is coming together, and it's great to see that support from both. And I just think there's so much more of that's needed in this world, this day and age. Usually it's about you making your business and growing it bigger and better and selling it and making a profit. But this is more about a community, and I appreciate that very much.
It really is. It's home, and we care about the people here. It's not it's not just about us. It's not just about making money, like you said. It's really, we love to serve our community, through all different kinds of things.
As charterpreneurs, I don't know if you realize that you've been an inspiration to us to see our communities, because we want our Choctaw Nation, our reservation, to grow and to prosper, and for our people to know that they can do it and they can make it on their own. What would you say to them? I mean, that's scary.
I think it's important to start off as a side hustle, and as that side hustle grows and you know it's going to be successful, then you can make that leap. Just starting off small and growing it on the side until it's time.
I've always told my kids this too. It's not about how much money you make. It's about what makes you happy. Like, what will make you happy? What can you see yourself doing for many years down the road? And if you have a dream and you want to start a business, go for it. Just try it,
I always say Christmas brings out the best in all of us. This year especially, we will have to work harder to overcome obstacles and make sure to reach out to those we care about. To send some cheer to those who may be spending the holidays alone and hurting. Or simply to remind a friend you're thinking of them. I work closely with Assistant Chief Jack Austin Jr. on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, we really are good friends. So I wanted to make sure we had a chance to sit down and talk as friends.
Jack, Assistant Chief, just it's great to always be here, and for us to, I think, get a little bit of time to spend together as really kind of human beings, if you will, as not Chief and Assistant Chief. I know, like for me, things have changed drastically. I mean, as things kind of changed for you and your family very much. I know you've got a new grandchild that's on the way. And
I think the obvious changes are certainly seeing my family en masse day to day. I think that's the biggest change we've had. But we're expecting our third grandchild, and just making sure our daughter and the grandchild is staying safe and sound. And I know, Chief, your family has changed a little bit. Jeffrey is now going to college, one of the finest institutions in southeastern Oklahoma, East Central.
Well, that broke my heart because I'm a southeastern Oklahoma State grad, and he went to East Central, and that's probably the reason why he went. But no, I always say it's been an interesting time, because for us around the holiday season, we've always gotten together. Now, just with COVID, it has just been our immediate family, which is not a bad thing. So I cherish the times when we get to spend together. But at the same time, I don't want to be responsible for spreading COVID. I don't want. David did test positive just a week or so. He's back doing well. He's finally back at work, and it's just awkward. It's just different this year.
Assistant Chief is a big-hearted Choctaw that is a true friend. Not only to me, but to all the associates of the Choctaw Nation. He is deeply proud of both his country and his tribe. That pride extends to the Choctaw people who faithfully step up anytime there is a need.
I'm always amazed at our employees of shifting and being able to pivot and be flexible in that out-of-the-box thinking to meet our tribal members' needs. I mean, we have people volunteering out of their normal job to go over here and fill a spot where we have employees that may have tested positive or are out on quarantine for close contact. I know we're not talking about Thanksgiving, but for me, this whole year is a year of giving thanks. And I'm so thankful for our employees, our staff, that have stepped up and went above and beyond. As I said yesterday in our directors meeting, the Chahta spirit is alive and well.
Well, and I think it's great to see the Chahta spirit is not only in doing their job, but to be bringing in clothes, to be bringing in coats, to bringing in doing food drives and things like that for the greater good of communities, Indian and non-Indian. It doesn't matter. We help the people of Ireland. We're always going to be about the greater good of all. And that's what I love about our Chahta spirit and our people. When I was a kid, 6 years old, that lived on commodities. That's what we grew up on. And then when I got my first job on JTPA, 14 years of age, anyway, the scholarships that helped me go to college and so on, I would never, if it wouldn't have been for those people that helped inspire and motivate, much less the services, I wouldn't even be chief today. And it just makes me think about the blessings, that those people have given me. That's what we want to pass on.
I mean, I just think of what all of our people, all of our communities, state of Oklahoma, nationwide, what they've been through, the world in general with this pandemic, to losing loved ones. And I think about our own folks, the elders we've lost in our communities. They've carried our culture for so long, and hopefully they've been able to pass that knowledge before they've passed. And so we've lost almost our own national treasures, if you would say.
I always say faith, love, and hope means a lot to me, and it says the greatest of these is love. And when you start thinking about those things, and you start thinking about the resiliency of our people, our tribal members, and how we even came across the Trail of Tears, and yet we're still here. This pandemic is not going to hold us as Choctaw people down. And I think about our military men and women. That they probably have had to deal with a lot of this. I know you served in the military when you were even, overseas, and I'm sure, did you have to spend time away from family when you were in the military?
Sure, that was, some of the toughest times, I think, during the holidays. And every time this year, I get a little teary-eyed thinking about our servicemen and women, just their being on the front line and the sacrifice they make.
If 2020 has taught us anything, it's how to adapt. This holiday season has truly been a reminder of the importance of family, of friends, and our faith. This reminder lets us know that even if Christmas is different this year, we are surrounded by blessings. The lessons we have all learned this year will carry us into the future with a great appreciation to the things that truly matter in our lives. And I'm reminded that we can all continue to be hospitable, charitable, and a good friend. Have a very Merry Christmas, Yako Ki, and God bless.
Reindeer. Present. It's gonna be a big old tractor. A real 4-liter with a real engine. Some cars could bring me some presents. 4,000! Have a big brother and a small brother. I have one brother and one sister and one uncle. He wants a motorcycle, but my 4-wheeler is gonna be faster. And sometimes I say, haha, I beat ya. I leave titties out for Cinder.
You do? And milk?
Yeah.
And he eats them? Is that why he's so fat?
He's not here yet. I'd like to eat chicken. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm done.